All right, welcome back to the Wheel Deal Podcast. It's been a hot minute. It's been since what, Daytona?
Yes, who's back? Back
We back
again.
again. We're not going to do that. No, we're not doing that. We are here post. Damn, Kansas.
We're not in
I
Kansas.
just lost. We're not in Kansas anymore. Yes, we're here post Kansas, pre Darlington. Got throwback weekend this weekend. Mother's Day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little disappointed overall in the throwback schemes this year. Low key effort. I don't know if it's because they're not doing it during the Southern 500, and teams are just kind of throwing the towel in and just kind of low key efforting it, and I don't know. We got two cars. Two cars have the same scheme this year. I don't know. So let's do this. Let's start with Kansas. First of all, would you agree best mile and a half this year, easily, hands down?
Yeah, a lot of action. I'll give it that.
They said some absurd stat during the broadcast, like most lead change passes on a 1.5 miler, and like God knows how long. I don't remember exactly how long they said, but it's like in the last decade or something ridiculous like that.
So are we going to say the new package is working?
It did at Kansas. Kansas seems to be. I don't
I
know.
don't think so. I don't think it is. I think once you get to a car, hard to pass. Still,
Yeah. Well,
it's great passing in the. It's great passing in the pack. Get to the front
once they
hard
string
to
out.
pass. Yeah.
Once they string out.
Not. They haven't figured it out yet. More horses.
It was better this week than it's been the rest of the season for any other track. I really thought this was the most entertaining race of the season. A lot of slide jobs, a lot of you were able to throw it down into the turns, both turn 1 and turn 3, and make the pass into the straightaway. And if you didn't make the pass, you were able to ride side by side. Once the cars got side by side, they were able to race. It was getting to the rear, getting that aero disadvantage off of you, and like being able to separate. If the top car was able to side draft you, you were done. Like there was just, and it's been like that all season. Texas was a perfect example of, Las Vegas was kind of a race this year. We'll see how Charlotte is in a. What's that?
Auto Club.
Well, Auto Club's not a mile and a half though; it's 2 miles. It's a little bit different. It's a wider track.
Right now,
you have 3 good lanes. Yeah. Well, who knows what's going to happen with Auto Club at this point? I mean, they keep saying they're going to switch to a short track. I think they're having trouble getting permits, and they're questioning. Yeah, well, they're questioning whether or not the land is more valuable than having a racetrack there at this point, because it is.
Go at Chicago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the problem with how they want to have these tracks in metro areas, and NASCAR did the right thing back in the day, like over a decade ago, buying these tracks. More than a decade ago, 15 plus years ago, they bought these tracks up on tracts of land that were city adjacent, but not expanded areas. And now you got Amazons and all sorts of companies that want warehouse space just outside of cities. And so this land is extremely valuable to them now. So Chicagoland was a victim of that. I have a feeling Auto Club might be the same problem. Yet they want to run the Chicago street race and they want to run at the Coliseum. And it's like you guys keep trying to go into these bigger markets, and it's just like that's not NASCAR roots. Like that's one thing.
I really wasn't excited about the Chicago street race, but as it gets closer, and I've seen some of the races we've had this year, I think something like, I know it's a gimmick, dirt Bristol race. Shit, man, it might work. The dirt Bristol race worked for me. I don't think it's worked for everybody, and I don't think it's going to continue. But I think it'll be a fun race.
It'll continue. I'm actually excited. You talk about roots. I think the All-Star race will be fun. I've been kind of watching the progress and how they're rebuilding or freshening that track up and getting it ready to go, and I think it's going to be fun. I'm interested to see that one. Should be the throwback race, in my opinion, but that's just me.
That would have been kind of cool. Darlington
There's a
wouldn't have,
lot. There's a
wouldn't
lot
have
of
let that happen,
drivers.
though.
There's a lot of drivers that are doing throwbacks for that though. Harvick is not. Is he not racing the 29 car?
He's driving the 29 car.
That's
That's
what I'm
big
saying.
news.
Like, I think that'll be some. I think you'll see a lot more of that.
Wouldn't it be some shit if he pulled off one in the 29 car?
That'll be a nice diecast for people to buy, I'm sure. Not me.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see Austin Dillon bring back the Black 3 for the All-Star race.
Shit.
Just saying. If there was going to be a race that he did it, it would be that.
Now, hold on. Tinfoil hat alert. Wouldn't it be some shit if Austin Dillon in the 3 took out Kevin Harvick in the 29?
We'll see. Austin Dillon actually has to make the All-Star
race. Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's not automatically qualified, and he's gonna have to get in through the Open.
And he's definitely not gonna be the popular driver that gets.
He won last year.
Where? When?
Where'd he win? Oh yeah, he did win. He did win.
Yeah, he's already in it.
All right. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, he's in.
Wouldn't it be funny though if Dillon in the 3, and then Kyle Busch does a throwback to Dale Jr. in the 8?
That Budweiser car, man, just with the little stripes underneath the 8. Yeah, that'd be pretty slick.
Can you imagine how the rednecks?
Oh God!
If Redneck Jesus on Kyle Busch's car, there will be a count burnt somewhere in West Virginia.
West Virginia, all over Kentucky, Kansas, whatever you name it, man. Damn.
All right, what? So Kyle Busch is gonna do the Bud Light car with the tranny on the side. That's what he's gonna do.
All right, so let's rein this back into Kansas. Let's talk about Kansas for a little bit. So I thought the racing was really good. There's a little more room for improvement. I'm still not sold. Josh, you brought up a good point with the aerodynamics and just cars. Once they get strung out, and it's been a recurring theme for the last 2 years now, they get strung out. You can catch the car, but passing them is a different story.
And then you burn your tires. That's the problem. Like they're using too much tires. Once you catch somebody, pass them, and then it burns your tires out. You're fucked after that.
Right. You have to have a significantly better car, and if the cars are at all equal, as evidenced by the Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson battle at the end. I mean, look, Denny had him for like 8 laps, if not 10. And I mean, he was there, and he was just waiting for Larson to make a mistake. And I mean, yes, they touched. Yes, Denny got into the back of him. Yes, Denny was right up his ass. But at the same time, before he got Larson's quarter panel, he was behind him. And Larson had to lift because he got loose off of turn 2. And I mean, yeah, Denny shouldn't have been there that close to his quarter panel and probably should have given him a little more room. But at the end of the day, he didn't know that Larson was going to lose it off of turn 2 like that. I don't know.
I loved about it though is Larson is the best person races him like that. And he likes being raced like that.
Denny didn't mind at all.
Denny didn't fucking he didn't turn him. He didn't cause an accident. I mean, I know he got in the wall a little bit, but Kyle still finished second, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if that roles were reversed, same thing. And in his interview, he was fine with it. It wasn't like he didn't go find him and whoop his ass afterwards. I mean, you had a fight after the race for.
We didn't get to hear all of Kyle's opinions about how Denny raced him because his interview was cut short a little bit by some other post-race extracurricular activities kind of happened.
I saw this in somewhere. It might have been a group chat or in one of the comments. I think NASCAR ought to adopt the hockey fight rule. Let them hit the shit out of each other. Someone hits the floor. Let me stop.
Nah, dude. I get what you're going. I was all for it. When I first saw it, I was like, man, let them go at it. I think there should be a whole, like, 2-hit rule. If somebody hits somebody,
let them back.
But somebody, the other person should at least punch. You can't. I can't figure out the guy that was in the brown polo. And I don't know if he was Noah's guy, freaking Ross's guy. I don't know who he was.
Or an innocent bystander who's just playing bouncer for the day. I don't know.
But it's bullshit. Got to throw the punch. And as soon as Noah's arm come back, I don't. Like, that's not a fair fight. That's like if you and your buddies are at a bar and you get sucker punch, and then everybody gets in the middle of it, and you can't throw a punch. It's not fair. That's a sucker punch to me.
So what I'm hearing here is Gragson got sucker punched and Ross is a bitch. That's what I'm hearing.
I don't agree.
I mean, yes, it was a sucker punch, but I don't know that Ross is at fault for that. The guy jumped in, like, that's not really on him. Like, he threw the punch and he was ready. He was
not on Ross.
Well,
he's still a bitch. He's still a bitch, but I mean, it's not because he.
I just want to see what NASCAR is going to do. I mean, that's actually detrimental to NASCAR.
I look at it this way. Here's the big problem with hockey fights. Those guys they're covered in padding, right? So when they hit the deck after a fight, they got shoulder pads, back pads, elbow pads, knee pads, like pants pads, like everything. They're completely padded. And so,
remember, was it Darlington last year or 2 years ago where Noah body slammed a guy, or Vegas where he body slammed a guy in the pits? Remember that? He picked a dude up and body slammed him after the Xfinity race. I'll find the video for you. It's pretty damn funny.
Was that the Hemrick fight, or was that the
He literally picked him up and plowed him. I don't think Ross wants to
Clement?
Was it Clint? I don't remember who it was. It was Noah bodies. He body slammed a guy.
I'd like to see that again. Yeah, no, it's not a throw down. You know, one of these days he's going to get his ass whooped by somebody, but he's not afraid to step into it. That's for sure.
I dislike fucking Chastain more than probably anybody in this whole podcast right now. But the problem I have with what Noah did, into that fight, a fight happening. But all he did, when he walked up and grabbed, like, you don't aggressively go up and grab somebody, not throw a punch. He grabbed, and then Chastain gave him a chance a couple times and said, stop. Then he threw the punch. If I was Noah and I was as pissed as he was, I would have went up throwing punches regardless. And I throw back to Kyle Busch with Joey Logano at Vegas. He walked right up to him, didn't grab him, didn't say shit, just threw a punch. He ended up getting the shit in the stick on the whole deal, getting on the ground, getting a cut on his head, like, whatever. When you're that mad, you don't go up and grab somebody. You know their initial reaction is going to be bam.
Right.
I wish Noah would have went up and just threw punches.
It was Harrison Burton that he body slammed, by the way.
See, I didn't see the end of that because there's a lot of weird video footage of that one, because that's the one where, like, I think it was at Darlington.
Yeah, he
and I think yeah, I didn't see that part. All I've seen is they go straight at it. I don't know. So, I mean, you guys going to say it's about time somebody threw some punches at Ross? Because at this point, I mean, I think Noah overreacted a little bit. I don't think Ross really raced him that badly. I mean, Noah just ran out of real estate.
He gave him the lane.
Here's the problem, though: is Ross kind of came off that turn a little bit weird, and if you watch really closely, instead of the normal arc off the turn, he kind of pointed it towards the wall and then turned away at the last second. And I think Noah was like, he's not giving me room, and he just ran out. And so I don't know. I don't know if Noah's pushing too hard. I don't know if Noah doesn't quite know these cars yet. I really don't know.
He has really struggled.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the bright side of it is Eric Jones has struggled this year too. Just him. It's also, I mean, the whole Legacy Motor Club has not done what they did last year.
So let me ask you this. Is it because they feel like they're not? So big news coming out last week. Legacy is going to Toyota. And so is this a product of Chevy not giving them the backing that they want to be a top performer, and Toyota just coming in and saying, hey, look, we only have 6 cars right now. You guys are 7 and 8. We can concentrate more funding and research for you guys, and you can be just a better mid-tier team than you are today.
This is Front Row Motorsports 2.0. This is freaking what was the other team that they killed off?
Furniture Row.
Furniture Row. I'm sorry. Yeah, Furniture Row. Yeah, that's what it was. But I mean, this happens. These guys go into the Toyota camp without any real affiliation with JGR and get ate up. There's something.
2311 doing pretty good this year.
I was confused.
Has a Denny Hamlin tie, and Toyota's not screwing him over.
Yeah, well, Legacy has the Jimmy Johnson tie, so I mean,
and Jimmy Johnson has no loyalty to Toyota at all.
So that's what like confused me on this whole thing was Johnson came over this year to Motor Club, changed the whole brand for him, and then halfway through the season, on the Toyota. That makes no sense to me because Jimmy's never had a tie to Toyota whatsoever, and
it's all about money.
I know it's about money, and Jimmy's smart. Don't get me wrong. I think Jimmy's smart by doing this because exactly what Greg said. Instead of being the fifth, I don't even know if you could say they're the fifth Chevy team. Now they're the third, second. If they get just as much funding as,
yeah, but are these
Jones has history with?
So does Noah.
So does Noah. So like a lot of advantages here. Toyota's getting numbers. Super Speedways have been their downfall because they don't have the work with in drafting. Well, now they do.
I have a feeling as more teams start to get a little concerned about the future of Chevy.
Camaro. I mean, there's no more Camaro, dude.
Well,
Chevy
insists that they're going to have something instead, or a new version of the Camaro that can at least be used at the racetrack. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, hell, look at it this way: if Toyota can use the Supra in Xfinity, then why the fuck can't like Chevy use the Corvette? Like what's the difference? The Supra's a 2-door car, so is the Corvette. Like,
well, NASCAR's gotten as soon as NASCAR allowed the Mustang in, you screwed
Mustang's
up.
a 2-door car too. Yeah, Mustang's a 2-door car.
You screwed up the whole gotta be a full-size car bullshit. The wheelbase has to be a certain amount.
NASCAR's gonna have a decision to make. They're gonna be like, if we want Chevy to stick around, we're basically gonna have to be like, look, this is the way the market is now. There's no such thing as a 4-door sedan anymore because it's SUVs and hybrids and muscle cars. That's it. There's nothing else. Like, unless we're,
Let's start an SUV series.
Tesla.
4Runners versus Tahoes versus
hard pass. Hard pass. Yeah,
The guy
so I
I
mean,
work with swears that we're all going to be like NASCAR's going to be electric in 4 years. He's really adamant on it.
Who said that?
they might go
I work
hybrid.
with-
That's about it. They might go hybrid. That's about it.
No, they'll do an E series like Formula One did, or not Formula One. IndyCar. IndyCar has a E series.
Wasn't it Formula E?
Formula E.
Yeah, it's Formula One, but Formula E. Yeah,
Right?
yeah, dude, they're not going electric.
You ever watch one of those races? They don't pit those cars. They move the driver to a second car. Check it out.
So Darlington
Battery
this weekend,
change
right?
instead of a tire change. How about that?
Darlington.
This weekend is it truck, Xfinity, and Cup, right?
I'm pretty
Yes, sir.
sure, yes. Usually is.
Because this weekend was just trucks.
Yeah, it was just trucks and cup.
Xfinity had a weekend off this weekend.
Yeah.
I want to give credit to somebody though before this weekend. I was really excited about it. Jeb Burton at Talladega. It's the only freaking track he can win at, but it was great.
He was excited about that.
I thought
JEB.
it was cool as shit though that I think today on TikTok of him pouring beer on Harrison Burton came and congratulated him.
Yeah.
Victory Lane, and he poured a Budweiser on his head. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, so one thing I want to circle back on is I actually went to the Dover race last week. I actually went to all 3 races. It was fun. I went to the Xfinity race with my son on Saturday, and we caught the ARCA East doubleheader. Podcast alum Luke Fenhouse was actually in that race. He finished 3rd, I believe. I think it was where he finished. I gotta tell you, man, they did not have practice for ARCA, and it showed because those guys were all over the track, and like it was, yeah. But it was nice to see Luke in a car that he's never driven. He's only the second time he's driven that car. Be able to finish 3rd at Dover.
He's got to be close to. He's got to be close to a truck series, right?
Yeah, I really think he might be. The only thing that's a little surprising with him right now that I'm hoping he figures out this year, his late model car. So he's running the ARCA East series, and then on weekends the ARCA East isn't running. He's running his super late model in Wisconsin in the what is it, the Cars Midwest Tour. Yeah, not Cars. No, not Cars. The ASA Midwest Tour. And he's not been good. Like, he didn't finish the race this past weekend. Even 2 weeks ago when he was at Slinger, like, I think he finished like 15th or something like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because he's busy with the ARCA East series that, like, his home team, they're just, I don't know. It's weird.
Money.
Yeah, a little bit of money thing. They're pouring the money into the ARCA East team, and yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to meet him because they were supposed to have an autograph session on Friday. And I had planned with his mom to catch up and meet them, but because of the rain on Friday, they canceled, or they postponed the race to Saturday, so they didn't have the autograph session. Cup race was cool, minus the fact that 2 Truexes won this weekend. That kind of threw a damper on it, but
That's cool though.
Yeah, at least Ross didn't win. God, that would have just sucked big time. but it's always good to be at the racetrack, man. I hadn't been since we went to Bristol last year, so
Yeah, that's been a while.
yeah. All right, so on to Darlington. First of all, of the schemes, what do you guys got?
Newman.
Yeah, Newman. Are we going to talk about Newman coming back?
First of all, let's talk about Ryan Newman coming back. Sure, it's in the 51 car. Let's see if he can actually show what a Rick Ware car can do with an actual driver behind the wheel.
I put Ryan Newman top 15.
Does it proves that they have the equipment and that this car really does equal everybody out? As a top 20.
Did he drive? He didn't drive the next gen car, did he?
No, he hasn't.
I'm telling you,
he doesn't want to. The other day, I think it was today or yesterday, that he will not race. Like, they released his schedule. He's like, I'm not doing a super speedway because this car is not safe,
Bristol,
and I'm not
Martinsville,
fucking getting wrecked.
Darlington, Bristol, Martinsville, and I forget what the fourth race. I think it was the fourth race he was going to do.
You think maybe that's put him in the car to try to like make it better?
You know what he said today? I thought it was hilarious. He's like, I already have 2 bars named after me. Yep. Like the new, like the roll bars. Like, yeah. I was like,
the third one. The
third one's gonna be to ride his leg after he breaks his leg and fucking.
He's looking at that wreck from Kyle Larson at Talladega and being like,
dude, that was horrid.
I can't believe. I mean, if it had been on the driver's side, he'd been fucked.
No, actually, Junior said if it had been on the driver's side, he'd have been safer because there's more bars over there.
Yeah, the roll bars are different on the driver's side than they are on the passenger side.
They're protected on the driver's side. They don't. The protections crumple zone on the passenger side is because there's so much gap between where the cockpit is and where the door is. That's supposed to do what it did. What's crazy that you could see inside the son of a bitch. That's what's weird about it.
Right. If you look at the roll bars on the passenger side, I believe there's 3 bars that go across.
Yeah.
At least
there's like 8 on the driver's.
And then on the driver's side, it's like 6 or something like that.
It's 8. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, hey, you want the car to absorb some impact on the passenger side. It's fine if it doesn't absorb anything on the driver's side because you don't want it to absorb.
Inside with me, you stay out there with you.
Still, I'm telling you, man, that was wild. All right, so let's do first paint scheme of the week for Darlington. I'm gonna go with what I was kind of thinking before, the 99 scheme with the Quaker State. I think it's pretty slick. I like that green and white clean look. It's throwback to Jeff Bodine in the 26 car. I like it.
I'm gonna go oil car also, but I'm gonna take the Castrol number 6. I think that's a good looking car.
What is that a throwback to though? I didn't see that exactly.
Yeah.
So here's the 99 car.
The Castrol.
What is the 6?
Was that a Mark Martin scheme?
It didn't say what it was throwing back to. See, that's what I didn't get, and that's what I hate sometimes when they do these.
I'm telling you, Brad Kay's on the verge of a win.
Yeah.
Not in that.
Yeah, which we'll get to coming up. Like talking about now, there's already 9 winners out of 12 races. That's insanity. What do you got, Josh?
Harrison Burton. I love, dude. Jeff Burton car was probably one of my favorite paint schemes of all time. Anyway, I know it's been done. I think Matty D did it one time in the 32, but just this kid doing it. I mean, like, it's probably going to end up finishing like 25th or 30th. But
The only thing I wish
Right.
they would have done is that I wish they would have put the decks from Dex Imaging in white, just like the
Yeah.
X side.
I agree.
Like
I see the
like
same
so having the decks in pink, I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me because the X side was white.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, I always liked that car. I've actually tried to find a pretty decent version of that car in diecast just to have in the collection because who doesn't want a pink car in their collection?
That's actually a car. That's not that one, which is series race in the X side truck. Is a truck that I want in diecast.
Yes, there is an X
But
side truck too.
It's hard to find. It's really hard to find.
What do you got, Johnny?
I said the number 6 card.
Brad K. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So enough about the people that aren't going to win the race this week. Who we got for winners?
That's hard. Starlington, baby. You never know. You know what? I'm gonna go Homer. I'm taking Chase Elliott. In that number 9 throwback to his dad's number 9.
I'm surprised neither one of you guys did that one.
I don't like it. There's other Bill Elliott cars he could have done. That's just I don't like that Ray Evernham weird flying 9. I don't like
You know
it.
why he went with that?
It's a Casey Kane throwback. It's a Casey Kane throwback.
It's not a Casey Kane throwback.
Who's that?
So you know why? You know why he went with that scheme specifically? Is because that's the first car. That's the first time Bill won when after Chase was born. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because all those pictures you see of him in Victory Lane. That race
They're all from that Dodge 9 car, yes. And that was the first time he won. I think he won like 3 times in that car or something like that, but that was the first time he won in the 9 Dodge.
And that's good. He threw back to his dad quite a bit. That's the best one.
He's always going to, dude. I don't know. He's eventually going to run out of schemes to throw back to, but
they all,
yeah. I don't know. And it's cool that they put Happy Mother's Day on the side, but
wait, no. We keep talking about this. It's going to happen, dude. It has to happen. Somebody's got to throw back the Dale Earnhardt car. The Black Intimidator's got to come back, dude. His mom's passed away. Right? Martha died.
Right. But doesn't Teresa still own that fucking scheme or some bullshit?
Hell no. She can't. It's the RCR scheme.
Oh, that's right.
I'm telling you, dude, it's got to come back eventually.
I almost
they've
wonder
run the silver. They've run the silver one.
They're running the Wheaties car. They won't run the black
scheme. Never been thrown back. A scheme that's never been thrown back that everybody remembers NASCAR for. The Rainbow Warrior got thrown back last year. I can't think of every Darrell Waltrip car has been thrown back.
They've done the Rainbow Warrior car before.
That's what he's saying. It's been done many times.
Been done. What other car is so dominant in NASCAR that should be thrown back?
They threw back to Rusty.
They did the Rusty.
Been thrown back. Darrell Waltrip's been thrown back. Johnson's been thrown back so many times, and hell, he just retired, 3 years ago?
Right. Hell, they throw it back to Jimmy Johnson with all the HMS cars that year.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's time for an Intimidator throwback. I don't know if it's awesome.
I wonder if they're just trying to ink a deal with Chevy so they could use the Goodrich thing again.
I mean, Goodwrench, I don't think exists anymore.
It doesn't.
But they could do ChevyParts.com. Actually, I saw some. I tell you the one I'd like to see is I'd like to see Kyle Larson do the Terry Labonte Cornflakes car.
I'm surprised they didn't do that this year.
I saw some like fan drawings, and I was like, man, that's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, the
The car
Kellogg's.
this year is bad.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what that is.
It's a throwback to Tony Stewart in the number 80 car in Xfinity, who won a race for HMS. In that scheme, right? It's the same HendrickCars.com.
It's not even that accurate though.
I've never seen that car. I've never seen that car.
All right, here, let me pull it up for you.
I'll pull it up. I'll look it up.
No, I have it up. I literally have the picture right here. That's the original. That's the.
But the one they're doing, the side props does not match up, dude. I'm telling you.
HendrickCars.com. Why not? I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, it's Tony Stewart.
You know one that I
It's
want.
an HMS car. I don't know.
You know
really,
one that I want?
Terry fucking Labonte. Like, come on, do it. 5 car. Synonymous with the fucking 5 car.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Black Intimidator car back. Love to see Austin Dillon throw it back. Junior in the 03 car with the Nabisco. Yellow.
The Nutter Butter? No. The Nilla Wafer. The Nilla Wafer car.
The Nilla Wafer. Yellow Nilla Wafer car. Good fucking throwback. It'll ever be done.
Dude, why can't we do this one? They could have easily done that one as a HendricksCar.com.
I've seen the same thing you said.
Either that or just the plain Kellogg's car.
They could that one, yeah. They could have done either one of those.
That one. In fact, I've seen mock-ups of that with the HendrickCars.com.
That's why I like
it. It's in the same Kellogg script and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah.
When I seen that Kyle Larson was going to the 5, I was like, all throwbacks gonna be great for this car. Dude, Terry Labonte had some of the best paint schemes of all time.
He was one of the first ones to kind of do that. Well, shit, I guess it was done last year. That's why.
What?
It was done last year. That was last year's car. That's an Xfinity car throwing back at Labonte.
Yeah, but it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Yeah. In the 5 would be great. So, we're done paint games.
All right. So Darlington picks. We're not picking the.
John picked Chase Elliott.
I did. He needs it.
I'm not picking Chase.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Reddick. I don't know. He kind of. It's been up and around. I don't know. Darlington fits his driving style with the wrapping it around the wall. If not, it would be Larson. I mean, Larson's always really good there.
I'm gonna go with 20, man. I think Bell wins it.
I can't say no to that.
I think Bell wins it. You talk about wrapping the wall. Reddick was probably my go-to besides Bell. Bell runs the wall just as good as Larson too, and Toyotas. They've been fast there.
Yeah, well,
Truex is another one, man. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't dominate it.
I mean, he finished what, 4th, 5th, 6th? No, he finished 6th.
What was the one with Truex though? Did he not dominate that race? What, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, he's
every lap pretty much.
Well, I think it was the Southern 500, but that was like 3 years ago. I think it was his first year with Joe Gibbs. You think he finishes this year? You think he's done after the season?
Oh, Truex?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I think he goes to another team.
You think so?
I wouldn't be surprised. We talked about this before the podcast. Josh Berry going to 4. Be surprised if Tony does not get Truex over to the 4.
Well,
that's not been talked about a lot. That's not been talked about.
I got another tinfoil hat alert for you.
All
Wear a
right,
mask.
so let's start. Let's segue into like a little bit of silly season stuff now. Right. So we're starting to see some hats drop. Obviously, the whole Toyota
Really
with legacy. Yeah, Toyota legacy. Josh Berry has done pretty damn good subbing in for between Chase and Alex. Not great, but I mean, considering the kid's he's not a kid, dude. He's in his 30s. Look. He is cup ready. I really think he's cup ready. Like, he's proved himself as a really good driver in Xfinity, and now's the time. If you're going to move him up, now's the time to do it. So there's going to be a lot of suitors for him.
I've got an idea. We discussed this earlier. Josh, you ready for this one? Oh, damn, we all lost the camera. Okay.
I don't know. My camera keeps flipping off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So here we go. Dale Jr. works a deal with Kevin Harvick to buy one of Rick Ware's charters, and they put Josh Berry in that car. And oh yeah, by the way, it becomes kind of like what Brad K did, where they just kind of take off. Heard it here first, boys.
Harvick Jr. Motorsports.
Yep.
H Junior. That's a lot of naming. There's a lot of names you could go from that.
Nah,
But,
I'm just going to call it Carpenter Motorsports. Something. Slide Job Motorsports. Come on.
Dirty Mo Motorsports.
Dirty Mo Motorsports.
Dirty Mo Motorsports. Yes.
We've talked about this so much, though. There is so much talent in the Xfinity Series waiting to move up that's never going to get there because we're at a point in the Cup Series right now. Level, that many people retiring right now.
Well,
Kyle, you got Kyle. Brad Cave's not even close. I mean, he's invested. The ride's going to open up after this year. Yeah, there'll be like 2 or 3 open up this year. There's not going to be that many open up for the next 5 to 6 years.
Well,
but there's a lot of guys.
You got to think about some of these guys that need to retire that won't.
Right, and they're going to be forced into retirement.
One that I thought, like if you'd have asked me this 2 years ago, I would have said been on the verge of losing his ride. Christopher Bell. He was struggling.
He's locked in now. He might be the safest driver at JGR right now.
Nah. Well, no.
I mean, is Denny? Other than Ty, that doesn't even fucking count. Like, that's just, God. Fucking nepotism at its greatest. Oh, my God. I don't even want to talk about that clown. Let's never mention that name on this podcast again if we can help it. Even if he wins the race, we'll just be like, Jesus, dude. He won. On to the next topic.
Well, I mean, he traded his dad for an Xfinity title, just saying.
Oh.
All right, we're done. We're done. Wow. First of all, where did you hear that? Second of all, you need Jesus.
Math is math, buddy.
Dude, he pagan sacrificed his dad. Jesus Christ. All right.
Well, not sponsored by Toyota, are we?
Oh, we are not. We are not at all. All right, so moving on. Yeah, there's a lot in flux. There's look.
Wait, I just want to say something. That was a joke. Don't sue us.
Well, you're just putting 2 and 2 together with your tinfoil hat that you keep taking off. All right, so confirmed Kevin Harvick's gone this season, so the 4 is going to open up. More than likely, the 10's opening up too. So SHR is going to have 2 seats open probably.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, rumor has it that Tony might be looking for a way out.
Could they sell the team?
Could they sell the team? Yes.
To Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I was teeing it up for you guys on that one because that could legitimately be an opportunity this year. The only problem is they drive a Ford right now, and I think that's a dead deal for Junior.
If we haven't proved anything, we can switch manufacturer at the drop of a hat, apparently.
A tinfoil hat, specifically.
That great part.
Yeah. I don't know, man. All right, so things to look forward to. North Wilkesboro. Star race.
Excited.
You notice too, there's the late model race before early that weekend.
Brad K's in it.
Brad K's in it. Chase is in it.
Well, it makes sense. If you never ran there before, you might want to get some laps on that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. So he's actually running the freight auctions, same car as Brad, actually, the number 9 car. Same sponsor, different scheme.
They're sharing the same. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Brad, I don't know what. I didn't see what number Brad was running, but he's running the freight auto auctions. Chase is running the same thing, number 9 car. He's running that at North Wilkesboro that weekend, and then Hickory the next weekend. Yeah, so other than that, I mean, season's in full swing. I mean, look, we are at 9 winners already with 12 races in.
So, hold on. Just got North Wilkesboro for a second. Brad K, Chase Elliott, and Kevin Harvick will be racing there.
Harvick's also in it. Yes, I knew there was a third big name in there.
Oh yeah,
Dale Jr. and that Dale Jr. guy.
Yeah, some other guy.
Yeah, some other really popular guy. I mean, that race is probably going to sell out as much as the All-Star race.
And Brad is driving the 6 car.
Yeah. Chase is all black, which is surprising to me. Yeah. So what do you think, man? I mean, I kind of put this out there last week. Do you think Chase is going to have to get 2 wins to be safe?
No.
Or do you think we're going to be under 16 winners, even though we're already at 9? We're not even halfway through the regular season, and we're halfway through the 16 spots.
Somebody's going to win 5 races this year.
So who's going to do that, though? Is it going to be Joey Logano? Is it going to be Kyle Larson? Is it going to be William Byron? Because those are the guys that I feel like have the best chance of doing that.
I would think Larson.
Yeah, I mean, Larson's getting pretty damn hot. I mean, dude, he had a really good car at Dover until he got chastained.
He did get chastained.
And then, I mean, he was obviously really good the week before because he won the race. So, I mean, Larson minus the Dover finish has been pretty damn good. If anyone's going to reel off a couple wins before the playoffs, it's going to be Larson. I wouldn't be surprised if he walked in with 5 wins.
So, Josh, who do you think will win 5 wins by the end of the season?
4 or 5. We'll say 4 or 5. Who's going to reel off some wins before the regular season's over?
I think Byron.
Yeah, William Byron. I knew you were going to say that because we were talking about this before. You were saying Byron's a legitimate threat for the championship this year if he cleans his shit up.
I think he gets 4.
I think 4 is
Byron.
So we got 7 spots left. We got 14 races.
I think Kyle Busch gets at least 1 more.
Okay.
Whether he lugs into it or if it's because Reddick was strong in a lot of the road courses last year. A lot of the weird tracks.
Yeah, but don't forget the road course king. Is the Chicago Street Race a points race?
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's going to be a weird race.
That's going to come down to fuel strategy or some weird pit road shit.
Well, no,
I think there'll be a lot of fucking wrecks.
And we talked about this. What do we think about the whole not stopping at the stage breaks on road courses?
I love it.
Should it go to the big tracks? I wouldn't mind seeing that done at super speedways also.
Honestly, though, chances are you're going to have a caution to end the damn stage anyways, even if the flag's not going to end it.
That's true.
On a
But
super speedway?
At least we're not throwing mandatory cautions. That would totally screw up the whole, pitting early and teaming up, and now there's no chance to fucking put them back together.
Yeah, throwing in additional green flag stops at super speedways would make it fucking interesting, especially at Atlanta, where pitting under green is not going to be fun at that speed right now. Like they had to do it one time earlier this year, and it was not pretty.
Just saying, you want to make it more exciting.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, we've only had one road course this year so far, so we got another one coming up in a few weeks with Sonoma. Was that the end of May or early June, something like that? I think it's the first weekend of June. Then they come hot and heavy, right? You got that. You got Indy, Chicago, Watkins Glen, and then the Roval and the playoffs. Like, yeah, it's. What else we got? What other road courses are there?
Oh, we're going back to 4th of July.
I think.
Road America.
No Road America. Chicago replaced Road America.
Road America, that's it. Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, it's wrong. Just wrong. So not American.
Wrong, man.
There's nothing more American than going to Ghetto Town, USA for 4th of July weekend. That's for sure.
Well,
I don't know.
I saw the they were running the Lowe's car there. I saw it was up armored for Chicago. I thought that was cool. Smart idea.
Yeah, that was from Transformers, but
still, I think that's the car they should run.
The Lowe's and the Target car, yeah, the Target, yeah, that doesn't seem like a. Yeah, they should use that as the pace car, so all the gunshots go towards the pace car. This is the Target acquired goods. Yeah, no, all right, we're off the rails at this point.
Yeah, it's been fun though.
All right, yeah. So, I mean, do you think Chase and Bowman, are they going to need 2 wins, or are they want to win it in?
I think Bowman. I don't think Bowman will get it, but Chase is going to need at least 1. I think he can do it on 1 because he'll get enough other points to push him.
Well, think about it this way: Bowman got that huge points deduction.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's way back in points right now. I will say this: like, you got to be kind of impressed. Chase is 81 points out of the playoffs, which, considering last week he was 102 points.
He's eating away at it.
Yeah, he could easily eat his way into the top 16 if he gets a couple, good runs here. I mean, he's got 14 races. He made 20 points up in 1 race. If he keeps clipping away at it, they're like 15 points a week.
And if Frost keeps taking out the good guys, we're in there, man. Jesus.
Over under on how many races before Ross gets another punch thrown at him?
Oh, tomorrow he's probably getting 1 right. I'm pretty sure that Justin Marks beat him up this morning at the production meeting. I don't know. Trackhouse is fighting each other.
I mean, but he's not wrecking cars. That's the problem.
Well, I heard that Suarez said he's not his amigo anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bad blood there, because after Coda, that was not pretty. All right, cool. Well, hey, look, we're gonna wrap this up for the night.
Yeah,
we'll be back in the coming weeks. We're gonna make this a regular Saturday night thing. Roadhouse quote.
Coming back. I'm excited about that.
What's that?
Thursday Night Thunder's coming back. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we got SRX coming in the summer. It's gonna be fun. All right.
Well, thank you all
If
for
you're not
watching.
supporting your local tracks, if you're not supporting racing in general, and
Yeah.
you're not putting your ass in the seats in the stands at your local, like your home track, stop complaining on fucking Facebook. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, have a great night. This is the Wheel Deal Podcast. We'll be back.
We love you. Don't be a dick. See you next time.